Hey guys, welcome to Comfycozyup. So today I went to pick up finally Paula Watkins' The Blue Hour. I've had this book on hold for about 2 months, so I'm excited to get to it, but I only get 2 weeks to read it and I won't be able to check it out a second time because it's a popular one and there's people that have it on hold. So yeah, also did my first request for a purchase, which is the subscriber pick. They didn't have it, but they said they can do it on purchase, so I'm gonna get that done. Yeah. Okay. Hey guys, it is a few days. This week, I'm still trying to get my body used to the workout. So a lot of times I'm in pain. Like I'm in pain right now. But if you guys been watching, I am putting in the work. I am determined to do this 5K. And so that's how this week has been. However, reading. Before I go into some crafting stuff, let's get into the book. I did finish Dream Count. It is, at first when I was reading it, I thought it felt more contemporary because of how it started, but it's very much a literary fiction. I did see the list for the Women's Prize, and I guess it made the list. She's in her element. This is definitely her writing style. How she portrayed women in her culture. How she portrayed women in her culture that's living abroad. And where the expectation of culture and one's own personal wants is entangled in this story. So we are following this woman who is in her 40s. And Dream Count is sort of kind of going back to thinking about all those possibilities, and that didn't work. So we learn about all those failed relationships, all those experiences that she's had navigating life, and her family, and what is expected of her, and what she did, and what she maybe wish she could. And it's all those fuzzy moments that she didn't even think about, that she's thinking about because we are in a pandemic in this book. So this is the pandemic, and this is the early part of the pandemic. So the way the pandemic is used in this story, it's not used like the other books that I reviewed that talked about pandemic. It's more of like a reflection. What's happening in the world? I'm here in like isolation, and I'm thinking about my life. I'm thinking about all the things that I've done, and that's how it's done in this. But you are also in the minds of those around her. Her best friend, who is wanting these things and then becoming a single mother, and the choices that she made within all of that, and the relationship with her family, her parents. So that's a factor. Then you have this house, her house sitter, who you learn about her life, how she migrated, and how she ended up in this horrible situation, and how her past is somewhat more of important than the horrible thing that happened to her. I like that being discussed in this because it does really, it is a trigger. So if you have issues with anything that has to do with essay, just know it is a factor in this. But it's done in a way that it really talks about victims and how they have to choose what's more important than what they have experienced. And or in this case, this woman is the breadwinner. When they think of taking care of her child, being a single mother, having to send money back home to take care of family back home, and what this will do to her life and her ability to do that. That's and also not having the voice within the matter of all these people, the expectations, things that they're telling her. I thought that was a gripping storyline for that character. Then we also have her cousin, who is a businesswoman, who is living from outside, living that life, but still not married, not having children, and also getting into that age. These are characters that are older. And again, family members, why are you not having children? Why are you not married? And then once you get to a certain age, you pass that, maybe you still having a child still should be important to bring on your legacy. In that part of the story, I was just like, wow, she was very much that character that looks very hard and tough. And then she, you know, it talks about, as a woman, if you're successful, you had to have done something with a male counterpart to get that success. And I thought that was really interesting how this book discussed it. Now, this is a gripping story in terms of when you think of the dream count, you know, think of where you are in your life, and did you accomplish things you wanted to accomplish. And I think it really is boils down to love of oneself, or love of a companion. And what if it doesn't happen, then what? That kind of thing. I think for me, I relate to the story in terms of, because of my age and the fact that I'm single. I talked about this in the previous, where people said, you're single, are you bored? You must be bored if, because you're single, you don't have any kids. There's that value that put on your life because you didn't meet the expectation of what society say you're supposed to meet. So books like this makes me think of that. But I'm so comfortable with myself. And do I want to have that marriage? Possible one day, but as the older I get, I realize I don't have that strong desire for it like I did before. I'm hoping it never goes away, but it just starting to fade. And I don't know what does that say, but I'm comfortable within myself that I can be okay and not think about the past. There's some people in relationship that I don't even remember. I sat and thought about it. I've had people that I've dated, and it will be time has passed and they find my number and will say, hey, what's up, and talking to me, and I don't know who the hell they are. And then when I remember who they are, I feel bad, because I'm like, yeah, I have the ability of wiping out and not being significant, a person being significant in my life. I don't know what that says about me, but that's just where I'm at. So we're going to talk about other things, craft stuff. But I would say, not my favorite book from the author. I still love Half of a Yellow Sun more than this, but I love how it was told. I thought this was an interesting way of telling a story, and it definitely has her take. This is her. Like, you read this and you like, yeah, that's her. She still is very much talking about women in this, and women's struggle and cultural struggles and stereotype in this. So yeah. All right, I did finish the jumper over there. I did not take a picture, but I did not realize that I'm gonna have to wash it probably 2 more times, because it actually bleed a little bit on my new sewing machine, and I was pissed because it never did that, and I don't know if what happened, because I was literally looking at my sewing machine like, why is it red? Yeah, so I am planning on throwing it in a washing machine. Well, I'm gonna actually throw it in the sink first and wash it a few times, and then throw it in the sewing machine, and hopefully it won't bleed, because I'm not happy about that. But it did came out good. I love how it looked at me. I did drop some weight already. I think I'm down. Last week was, I don't know about for this week, but last week was 2.8 pounds, so it's almost 3 pounds. Try not to be obsessed with the scale, but I just wanted to see what my weekly goal is. I did have not a reading journal, but I have a journal that I'm tracking my fitness stuff in. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And then I wanted to do the bag that I got from Mood Fabric Pattern. So this is the bag, and it is made from Upcycle. This was my ex pants. He left a few stuff here, and I was going to trash it. And I said, why am I trashing this? we gonna upcycle. So I took the pants and made a bag out of it. All right, so I used the pattern. I absolutely like the pattern. This is the medium, so I just have to get the pocket on. So I'm gonna use the pocket, as I think it's just gonna be perfect for me to use and to put stuff inside, you know, inside. And then I put little markings on it because I want to do some of this, some modern embroidery. So this is a book that I got from the library, and I'm gonna play around and add some embroidery, give it a more 70s psychedelic look on the bag, since it is an upcycle. And yeah, let me know, is it petty? I thought I literally had no problem cutting up that man's pants, because he ain't never gonna, we're never gonna see each other again, for sure. And I don't think he watches my video, but if he does, let me know if you like it, sir. Anyway, so I'm gonna look through this and work on some embroidery that I want to add to it, and then I'm going to be making some pouches, pen pouches and stuff, and try out some of this before I return it back to the library. I can't remember when it's due because I had take it out a second time, so I think this might be the 20 something of the month. I think that these are due. So yeah, so that is it. I did get what I showed you guys earlier in the video, the Blue Hour. I'm going to read this right away because it's a new release and I don't have it long. I think they gave me 2 weeks and usually they give you 3 weeks. Junie will be the next video. I will talk about Junie. Yeah, Junie gave me Kizzy from Roots. So that's the best way to put it up for what I feel for right now. So yeah, guys, this video is, you know, it is what it is. Another week and me maintaining my physical reading and everything else. So I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, the clock get changed today, so when you see this video, just know we're about to miss an hour, but I'm all right with that. That means the days are longer, more sunlight, and that means the mood will be happier. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one.